You know when you're hitting a shot and you're aiming to hit it to the green, because obviously that's where we want the ball to go because we're about to pitch the ball in, but the ball doesn't go where you planned it, well you think it doesn't, and you end up in a bunker. Why is that? It may not be your technique. Did you know that you may actually be hitting a good shot? So I'm going to show you on how we make sure that we're hitting the balls into the green and not over to the bunkers. All right, so don't go anywhere. I'll be with you in a memento. Hey, Tiff here, the lady golf teacher. Welcome to today's tip. So in the intro you heard me talking about hitting shots into the green. And what actually happens is that a lot of people actually hit the ball into a bunker. You know, they either hit it left or right. Now there's a reason that that actually happens. It's usually because of their alignment. They actually don't get their line right. They actually end up hitting a good shot. They actually end up hitting a straight shot. And the problem is that they don't acknowledge that because they don't know what they've really lined up to. So I'm going to show you how we can tackle that. But I'm going to give you an example of what not to do and then how we can fix that, okay? All right, so just so I'm down here, I'm going to hit my shot. So I'll pull a ball across. And I'm going to do something that most people do. All right, so that you can actually see it. Okay, so here we go. Okay, and I've gone, oh no, I've hit the ball into the bunker. And I bet you when you're watching me play this shot, you're going, no Tiff, don't aim it that way, don't aim it that way. It's aiming towards the, what? The bunker, wasn't it? Okay, so did you see how easy that can actually happen though? Quite simple, wasn't it? Okay, so how do we fix that? Well, this is the things that we've got to be looking for. You've got to make sure that the club face is actually going to go in the direction where you want the ball to go. What people tend to do is when they line up to a ball is that they tend to get their feet set. Usually you'll end up hitting the ball to the left or the right, right? So usually they get their feet set and they're looking over their shoulder, looking over their shoulder, looking over their shoulder, and then they adjust the rest of their body, okay? Club face, feet, and all of a sudden you're aiming in a different direction. It can happen the same way this way too. You can be looking over your shoulder, looking over your shoulder. Okay, yep, got it. But what actually happens is that your whole body's actually facing either the left or the right, okay? But what actually happens is you're actually lining your feet line up, right? So your feet line here or your hips, whatever you want to call it. But the thing is that you're aiming in that direction. So when you put the club face down, that's what actually happens. You're actually aiming the club face. So what we need to make sure is when we're behind, we need to make sure that we're actually lining the club face up for where we want it to go. So if we pick a line, we'll just say there's 3 palm trees behind the red flag down there. So if I pick a line from there and draw a line all the way back, it's going to cross over the ball somewhere around here. So I can pick up my club face and line the club face up first, set the club face in, then get my feet set to match that. Okay, now we'll get the result here when I play the shot whether I've got my line right, okay? So let's do it. Okay, all right. So what did you see there? Where did you see I was lining up? Did you notice that the club face was actually lining up to where I wanted the ball to go and then I adjusted my feet to match the club face? That's what you need to make sure that you're doing. So when you're playing your approach shots into the green, make sure you're lining club face first, then feet, not the other way around, okay? Nice simple tip for you to go and work on, but take the time to acknowledge that, you know what, I have probably hit a good shot. I've just maybe didn't get my line right. So always make sure that if you haven't hit the ball where you wanted it to, throw your club down, walk away, have a look. Oh, no wonder I hit it over there, right? because you may have hit a good shot. So always acknowledge the shot that you've actually hit a good shot first, and then go, okay, what was it that I did wrong that I can fix so that I don't do it again on the next hole? All right. So what I'd love you to do, I hope you got a lot of value out of today's video. If you did, please leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Have an absolutely awesome day. And remember this, tee it high, let it fly. Hope to talk to you and see you soon. Bye-bye.